Hello there and welcome back to Satisfactory. Yes, we're back on Satisfactory once again, going to be continuing a single player playthrough. But first, it is Monday, so hopefully y'all had yourselves a great weekend this weekend, as well as I'd like to thank and welcome all of the newest subscribers that we had gained over the last week and over the weekend. Thank you very much, and thank you to all of the people that have stuck with me thus far. You guys are also awesome. Continue to be awesome. Freaking great, man. This last week has been just mind-blowing. I think we might have broken another record because I think we started at what, 7:32 or something like that. Now we're up to 7:55. Freaking heck, we are just flying, and it is great. I think that's what the numbers were. I'm not sure. Sometimes I keep track of it, and sometimes I forget. So my apologies. But yeah, we had gained a lot, so huge thank you as well. Because man, we're getting there. If we keep going like this, it'll be no time where we'll be at 1,000, which is the big milestone of obviously to hit. That'll be the big milestone. So really, really awesome. Thank you. Yeah. Sorry. Don't have no words. No words at all. Anyway, so this week we're going to continue on our wire and cable factory that we started last week. We had been working on it all week, so we're going to head over there. And yeah, if you may remember last time, we had finished up the base all last week. Got the base done, got the train stations in place, got a rail line connection so we can bring in ore that we don't really need to bring in ore because we're bringing in more than enough ore to satisfy the factory, but we had train stations there just in case. So as well as if it ends up turning out that we don't need any more wire or cable, but we need more iron ore and copper ore, we can hook up or not hook up, we can go ahead and start exporting instead. But yeah, we're going to be exporting. This is our wire and cable factory. Wire on the left and cable on the right. Obviously we've got copper and black to kind of signify that. So these two buildings are going to be opposite each other, kind of like the Harley Quinn colors, I guess. Just one's copper instead of red. And that's what it kind of reminds me of, especially when seeing them butted up against like that. So. But yeah. Oh, we also got the supports done for this massive structure too. So we got our massive supports in place, as well as we got the first stage of the factory actually complete as well, with 16 of these bad boys right here. We got 16 coming in, or 16 of those making copper ingots, and all of the copper ingots from this side are crossing this bridge. So you've got this last bridge with all these belts in place. We got iron ore and copper ore in there, as well as the copper ingots, and the copper ingots coming from this side have all been built up. So this one's ready to have a floor on it. I still need to figure out how I'm going to do a staircase. I still do not know how a staircase is going to be made in here. I did not leave any room for one at all. There's no spot really that we could use. And that's okay. We'll figure something out. But for now, we're going to be continuing this project by building the towers essentially. We do need to change up the design though, as we found out last week. It's a little bit too small. Going with the bigger building will also allow us to make a circular style building. More circular, I should say. Maybe. We'll see. We have this is the big blueprint designer. I think what we're going to do is we might have to design it in quarters in order to make a blueprint of it. Let's go ahead and clear the designer here. So, in case you have not seen it, tower floor 2. This was the original tower design. Obviously, these would need to be changed if we did keep this, but it is a little too small compared to the massive building that it's sitting on. We want to be able to fit more. We want to be able to have more room than this. We still want a tall tower, but also, if we head over here, there we are. Stupid phlegm. Yeah. We have 100 machines making wire and 33.33 machines making copper or making cable. Now, this number might change depending on what number this is being per floor. So depending on how much wire we're producing per floor, this number is going to change depending on that. So let's say, I guess instead of 100 to 33, well, let's say I have 10 machines per floor. We have 10 floors, 10 machines per floor is a pretty good number. We would then have to alter this to then match that, so that because the towers are going to be exactly the same height, so we'd have to match that by changing this, and that's how we're going to do that. Basically, we start, because this is overclock numbers, we start underclocking or taking off the overclock on these machines in order to make that happen. So that's pretty much the plan there, and hopefully we can have this factory done this week. That's what I'm kind of looking forward to, is to have this factory done this week. Don't know if it's going to happen, not going to say it's going to happen, but I am going to say that that we are going to do that. We need to change the tower design, as well as we need to do something else that I just remembered. I almost forgot. Stupid phlegm. I almost forgot that we need to go one floor higher, because we need to combine our copper ingots together. As well as over here, we're going to be combining our copper wire before it goes up the tower. So on this side, the copper ingots are going to over here. So let's go ahead and change that. So we want it to go one more floor up. Just like this. Yeah, we may only be able to design the tower today, but I need to know where I'm starting from, I suppose. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to be able to make this happen with that beam there. Well, maybe. Oops. Oh, come on. Work with me here. And these are flat roofs, by the way. I wish we had that outer corner, but we don't. It's kind of sad. Okay. There we are. Of course, we need to color this so that it matches. Oh wait, no, we were gonna go. Oh, that's right. Whoops. People that were here last time probably were like, weren't you gonna do straight up walls? Not. I should have left those walls there. I took the walls out to do the screenshot, and I forgot to put the walls back. Oopsie. Okay, so walls. Yep. Actually, shouldn't we do one of these walls here? Yeah, we probably should. Give me this. I might have to remove the beam for a moment, so I can get it to. Come on. That should be close enough. Actually, that's right on target. That's right on target for the inside, which is that's where we need to be anyway. There we go. Then we'll just blueprint mode that bad boy. Oh, that's right. I have another piece. Oh, then we're gonna have to color these because these blueprints aren't correct. Oh, because I never changed the. I guess it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna have to paint them anyway. I'd have to paint them no matter what because I otherwise I'd have to have 2 blueprints per. Okay, yeah, this beam has gotta go. Yeah, these beams are no longer viable for this build here, just because of the way this is working out. So we'll go ahead and get rid of them. Yeah, because this next floor is basically the consolidation floor. We need to consolidate all of our previous material in the material in the previous step in order to make this happen. I think. If not on the cable side, we won't do it. Oh, jeez. What was that? Why did that start flashing? Or start pulsating? Come on. Maybe I go for this side. Keeps getting confused. Oh no, it's too low. That's probably... Actually... Is that right on? Yeah, that's right on. Right on, man. Right on. I don't know how well this is going to work out. Is it going to work out? 1, 2... Yeah. Yeah, sure is. Yep. Perfect. Yeah, I don't mind this tower being this tall. To be honest, it's just like, you know what? The taller the better. That's my opinion right now. Because then we'll be able to see it for miles. It'd be funny if we get level with the mall, because of how tall we're gonna be going. That would be hilarious. Alrighty. Now, does that look good? I mean, let's see it from a distance. It's kind of an eh. Yeah, I was like, I might have to design a new one to fit up there. Yeah, that's a little too hot, too tall. Yeah. 2 walls might have been. 2 walls are okay, but yeah, 4 walls is a bit too much. Yeah, we're gonna have to redesign that. Okay. Yep. It's either that or we slope it up to make the base slightly smaller. like I was thinking originally. Yeah, you know what? I think that was a happy accident. So let me do that to both of these buildings, and then get the I'll get the beam going around to where I want it to go and stuff like that. Alrighty, so I ultimately settled on no extension upwards. I've done like 4 extensions now, and I'm just not happy with it. So what I decided to do was just do the tower and just have the consolidation floor as part of the tower rather than part of the base, which seems to work out pretty well. I also started working on a new tower to try and work on this building. I don't know how well it's going to work because it's pretty big. So I've got I've got a quarter of it. It actually took me a while to get these angles down, but I did manage to get them down. I'm wondering if this quarter right here. So we're gonna do wire. Oops, thought I had deleted that. Wire. No capitalization. Wire. Cable. Tower. Oh. Quarter. Select icon. Wire. Select that. Save blueprint. And this one doesn't have a floor in it. I'll have the floors as a separate blueprint so that I can I can sandwich them essentially. If that's not gonna, well, yeah, that's not gonna work. I don't know. If I had to put the floor as part of the blueprint, I might have to. We'll see. But I think for now, let's give that a try. So I want to see how that fits on here. Let's see the center. Okay, so we're gonna have to like split it. Blueprints, quarter. Like this is a pretty big tower piece. It's a little too big, I think. That's a little bit too big. Oh, dang, man. I thought that was gonna be like... Yeah, the amount of space we'd need to take up would be insanity. That's a bit too big. If I did it with the, I could still do it, I suppose, but yeah, that's a little too big, I think. Although that would look pretty damn good, it's a little too big. So if we do like single foundations, I think we could make that work. We'll do single foundations, and then we'll do a 4x4 rather than a 5x5. Okay, so if we have the halves here, yeah, we have the 2 halves here. Then we go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. It doesn't have to fit on top of this. It can extend out a little bit, but yeah, that's... Oh, I can't do single foundations though. Dang it, because I need to do this design. And this design does not look good with single foundations, necessarily. Well, we can still do dual foundations, we just gotta like shrink it. I don't know. I think we do single foundations though. I think that'll be the... No, I'm gonna copy this, but we're gonna clear the designer here. All right, so let me show you how I was doing that. So we start out with a foundation here. We go 3. Whoops. 3, because we need to make it slightly smaller, like we said. And then we need to do a half foundation, because that's what we've discussed already. Does the half foundation need to be... No, the half foundation needs to be this way, not the other way. Yeah. Because we're going to be putting 2 half foundations together in order to make a... there we go. In order to make the 2 foundations together. So then we start from here. Okay, so then what I do is I fill this in a little bit. I think this will probably be... I don't have an exact science for this. I just kind of build it until it works, essentially. But this will be the centerpiece. We might have to still do 2 foundations. Yeah, because otherwise it's not going to work. Okay, so we put that, so this marks the middle, essentially. Okay, so this is 16 meters. Now, basically, now that I've figured this out, it's a little bit easier. I need to figure out the 16 meters. So we got diagonal here. So you can see that's 16 meter. We need to go to freeform mode with our beam here. That is 16 meter. I need to make this angle 16 meter, or the closest we can. So you see right now it is only 12 meter. So that means this is not even close. Let's try out here. But it can't overstate that. Okay, so there's 1604, but that's almost a perfectly straight angle. So this is why I was thinking it might need to be a single foundation. So this angle here. 1536 or 1530. Yeah, I think it's going to need to be a single foundation if we're going to make that work. Okay. So single foundation, which is going to be 8 meter, and then we need to find. So then at that point, I need to find a full foundation from that point this way. As an 8 meter marker. So that's 8.25. And then this one is 9.34. So that's not quite the angles we need. So I need to move this in. It actually needs to be slightly smaller. Let's try there. Actually, as this angle gets bigger, it's gonna... There's a math way to figure this out, I'm sure. 8.32... 8.87... So that means I need to move this one in. Probably to there. Just as long as this one does not move side to side. Because otherwise the angles are going to be off. 8.59. Let's see. Yeah, that's not going to work. Let's try it there. It's going to be somewhere around there, I think. No, it's going to be closer, actually. Well, because the way the angle is, you can kind of get a guess by the way this is shaping up here. Oops. Like this might be pretty darn close, actually. As long as the angles are all the same, really. If they're slightly more, then that's fine. Okay. And like I said, there's probably a better way to do this, but this seems to be a really awesome way of making that happen. So it's like it's like 2.5 little squares. Yeah, so 2.5 little squares there. And we'll see if this is roughly the same. We want to try and keep as close to the angles as we can. Okay, so the angles are close, but they're not quite there. So I think what needs to happen. Okay, hold on. Let's see about this angle here. That wasn't a bad run. That's pretty darn close. Alrighty, so I decided to give up on trying to redo the tower completely from what our previous design was. And I've already wasted enough time today. Like 4 hours. You may not believe that, but I've been playing with this for a long time. So I decided to use the tower design, which I've already came up with, which was this quarter. It may be a bit big, but it is the best way that this works. So now you can see our tower design. I've made it work with the building to get it to fit. And yep, we have our tower design on top of our 2 buildings. I think these will be 2 great towers. Even though, yes, it is a bit big, it is, unfortunately, this is what we're working with. So, yeah, I can't get 2 walls or even a single wall to work correctly on the 4x4 grid, so we're doing a 5x5. All right. So I guess the next step is to create the floor, because I did say I was going to create a floor on this. So we're going to load the blueprint. We're going to load this. We're going to delete the old one, by the way. Blueprints. The tower floor we need to delete. Yeah. Tower floor and tower floor 2. Yeah, we need to delete both of those. So move blueprint, tower floor, and tower floor 2. Blueprint. Tower quarter and tower quarter floor, I think is what we go with, or tower quarter 2, I think is what we put there. Apply changes. There we go. Okay, but the reason I bring this up is so I can put the 2 meter in here. So 2 meter foundation for our flooring. Okay, we're gonna have to vertical these then, which is fine. Yeah, we can deal with that. Okay, and there's our floor. Oh yes, and we also need to put in our actual floor. As long as this is going the right way. I guess yeah, it doesn't really matter, because either way it's going to be messed up, so let's just run it this way. Perfect. There we go. Alright. There's our tower floor. So now we need to remove, of course we need to remove all this, but yeah, all of this for the moment. And then we're going to have to do some tests. Oh, don't do that. So we'll remove as much as we can. There's no way would have been able to remove all of it anyway. Okay. But yeah, we need to do some tests as well on how this blueprint, because if I can put the line on the bottom and the top, then that'll be really nice. I might put it on the bottom of the wall as a blueprint. Or on the top of the wall. I'm just trying to think what would be the best way to do a blueprint for this. I know I've already ran us out of our episode here. Trying to figure this out. I may have to do the beams manually. That is a very strong possibility. Okay, of course we're just going to paint these copper. Yeah, okay. That's how we'll do this. So, we're going to go with a beam here, but we're not going to put it on that other edge, because when the two edges meet, we don't want it to overlap, right? So it's like that, and then it's like this. I believe I am overlapping beams. I guess if I'm already overlapping them, which I know I am, I'll just overlap them, whatever. Does not bother me any. Plus we could use this in the future for other builds. Okay. So now the question is, can we do a beam across this without the blueprint putting a gap? I'm going to save it first. Yeah, let's save it first. Tower 2. Yeah, go ahead and save that. Save this blueprint. Alright. So now we need to go up here. So blueprints. Go. So I'm wondering if I can blueprint this up here. Okay, so this blueprint will work perfectly with that. So we could absolutely place that, and it'll work perfectly. The only problem is I need this beam going along the bottom of it. So then the question becomes, because there isn't any beam running across the top of that, it's like then the question becomes, can we run a beam across the top of here? So this will be our simple test here. This might ruin the blueprint, but that's okay. Save blueprint. Okay. And we should be able to pretty easily see if this is going to work or not. You know, I am tempted to use, rather than using windows, using lights instead for the windows, using the signs. I am very, very tempted because it'd be really cool at night to have these diamonds like going up a tower. That would be pretty nice. Okay. Can't see the top of that. Wait. Alright, so that works there. We'll have to do this to the top of that building, because I don't know if it's going to work or not. We'll see. So then we do tower quarter to put on top of that. Right, is that exactly where it needs to be, or is it like hovering slightly? I think it's hovering slightly. It is. Yep. It is hovering slightly. Although it doesn't look bad, it is hovering slightly, unfortunately. So, I guess then the other... okay, then the other plan is to try and make this work without this beam. I might have, like I said, I might have to put these in manually. Okay. Alright, so then the other idea I had... Save that. Okay. Load blueprint quarter. Yeah, then the other idea I had was to put the beam on the actual wall instead. Put it on the inside. Come on. It's not going to afford me that opportunity. Oh, no, it did. Damn you. Yeah, I just have to do it like this. Unfortunately. Oh, you... Okay. I was like, no you don't. And that's why that beam is so low. Oh. Yeah, no, it's fine. I just need to make sure I'm actually snapped to the wall here. Yeah, see, it's way higher when I put it on the wall itself. Okay. Alright, so we gotta fix that then. Because otherwise there's gonna be a gap. Come on. Oh, it wants to be an absolute pain in my butt. That should all be the same height now. Right. Are you gonna work, or am I gonna have to be... or is this gonna be a pain in the butt? Save blueprint. Confirm. So then what we do is we go blueprints, quarter 2. Oh, I might have to place it down first. Yeah, because it's not recognizing this as an actual blueprint inside of here. I guess we can put it down here real quick. Blueprints. And blueprints. Oh, it does the same thing. Okay, well, looks like beams are going to be manual. That's what I wanted to know. And that sucks. But I mean, it's much better than building the whole entire tower by myself. It really sucks because that means I'm going to be doing a lot of tower. I mean, I don't necessarily have to have the beams around that. We'll see what happens. We'll see how it looks. And then if we decide to put the beams in, then I will. Oh, yeah. So let me save this real quick. Save that as a print. Just in case things go horribly wrong. I wanted to put signs in behind these windows. I think that would be really nice. For lighting purposes, of course. So let me do that real quick. Alright, I've been working hard in this big old tower here. Yeah, it's been fun. I've been working with the quarter here and trying to get it designed well, and here we are. Here's the start. So basically, the idea is to have many of these going all the way up. I'm thinking at least 10 floors, so that we could have, because the way this is designed is to have 100 machines. I don't know if 10 floors is going to be tall enough. We might do 5 machines per floor, and then do well, let's see, actually, how many... Hold on, production. I actually want to see something. Get cable. So it's 60 wire per 30 cable, so... Okay, then how much... Okay, so we're doing just the regular copper wire recipe, because this is going to be the coolest. So we got 75 there. Is there any way we could require... No, that's 90. I'm just trying to see how many machines per floor, because if we did 5 per floor, I know we have a way bigger space than 5 per floor could ever use, but I'm trying to see if there's a way. So 75 times 2, that's 150. 120. 150, perfect. Okay, so then that math should work out then, right? If it's 2 to 1, so it's 2 wire machines to 1 cable. Of course, that goes with this too, right? It's 2 to 1 anyway, no matter what. Because it creates 30 wire, you need 2. Okay, so if it's 5 machines per floor, that's not going to work. Because how much wire would be 75 times 5? 75 times 5, that's 375. 375 divided by... Yeah. Doesn't matter how you do it, it's going to be 2.5. Okay, so then we do 6 machines per floor. The only problem is that doesn't cope well with the whole 100 machines. Neither does, because let's see, if we do 100, then we divide that by 6. 4 could work. Then we have 25 floors. That would be some incredible towers. Now if we did 8 per floor, no, that wouldn't work. 12.5, 7, 6, 9, 10. Wait, if we did 10 per floor, I'm gonna have to build up one of these towers just to see how tall that is. Because that's 10 machines, that'd be 5 cable machines per floor on this side. Because that being an exact number, right? Then we wouldn't have to pool anything. I mean, not necessarily. Wouldn't have to pool anything. We are still going to have to pool the copper ingots, but that's about it. Okay. So yeah, let's see what that looks like, I guess. With 10 floors. I'm gonna put 10 floors on this. This floor right here, this floor doesn't count. Neither does this one. These 2 floors don't count. Because that's going to be, essentially it's going to be like combination type stuff, so, because like I said, I'm going to be combining all the copper
ingots in this floor here, so that's not going to count there. Because it's impossible with the amount of room we have. It's impossible to consolidate like that. It'd just be too much of a pain in the butt to try and figure out. So we get all this room. Alright, so yeah, let me build up 10 floors on this tower here and we'll see. Because I should have enough inventory to pick it all back up, I would think, anyway. Let's do that. Alrighty, you guys ready for the reveal of 10 floors worth of tower? 10, I present to you 10 floors worth of tower. I think that's as tall as I want to go. I mean, geez. It did take a while to build. A lot of resources went into that as well. But nighttime, I bet nighttime's going to look pretty good. We'll have to, well, we're about midday, so we'll have to see about that next time. But yeah, I only got half the towers built, by the way. Only got half of them built, unfortunately. Because, it's because they're so expensive that it takes forever for me to get the materials. Plus, on the other hand, we're going to have to figure out what our floor plans are going to be as well. So, I think I'm going to leave, whoops. So what we'd probably do is like this. And then, well, basically, what I'd probably do is build the floor, and then when I'm ready to roof it up, then we put the roof on it, and then build the next set of walls, and then do the next floor, and so on. And if we can come up with a design for our machines inside this blueprinter, that would be even better, because then we could just smash them down without having to build each individual floor, and then we just connect the floors together, and that'll make this build so much faster. I think that's what we're going to do. But for now, though, unfortunately, that is going to be it for this episode of Satisfactory. So, like I said, next time we will be continuing this build. But I am liking that. I'm liking the towers. I don't know what they remind me of something, but I can't put my finger on it. I feel like I've seen this before somewhere, but they do look good, though. They do look good. And we'll continue that. Like I said, there's going to be, the bridges are going to go across as well. Probably each floor is going to have a bridge in between, so that there's a whole bunch of bridges, because I think that'd be really, really cool. But we'll leave that up to, next time. But like I said, that is going to be it. So I do hope you enjoyed. Oh, and before you go, I would like to give a huge shout out and thank you to all of the investors you can see here. Seriously, thank you. You guys are awesome. It is much appreciated. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.